Okay.
I can. I have cousins coming over.
We're live. Sorry guys,
What's up?
we
We're back.
had yeah, we had technical difficulties. We tried to play a song to try to get y'all lit for this episode, but apparently, copyright issues. So we're here, we're back, and we got T in the building. She decided to show up.
Decided to show up.
I'm trolly today. Oh shit, her mic.
Hear me.
Now we can hear T.
All right.
We got
Okay.
C coming back
I had
in.
to attend to my mother real quick, who does not know the meaning of time, but I love her. We love us a sharing.
Why is it not showing? I don't know.
Hello, ladies.
We're back, we're back.
We're back. We're back. She did it this time.
I'm just trying to share it so we can get people back in here.
Okay. I don't think it lets us share. Does it let me share? No.
It's not even popping up for me.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff, he said happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jeff.
Thanksgiving.
I know what it is. It was my bad.
It was your bad?
It's always my fault. Didn't we establish this?
Crap. Which one is it?
I was going to lather myself with Vicks, but I was like, I might look too shiny.
I'm weak.
I'm shining.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I like the version.
See?
She said the Moana shit.
I know. That's
Shiny.
That's how I was like, T.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out.
Shine
It's
bright
this
like a
one.
diamond.
Okay.
The live.
There we go. Yeah, I'm trying
You
to
can
know.
see it now.
You know, it's been a minute, and
Oh, I
all
see
four of
it.
us are here.
Right.
Got
I
it.
don't know. Does this look okay? Does this look okay? How do I?
That looks good right there.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna start over with the whole intro. Basically, we decided. I think we were all like chilling and kind of drinking and vibing at some point, except you. But we were like, yo, we should come back and do a show. So we decided, come on, let's do it. Come back and do a show. We got all excited for it. But in typical Girls Gone Wine fashion, life be lifing.
And things don't
Yeah,
go the way
life
they're
be
supposed
lifing.
to.
Of course, Victoria finally comes to New York and we're like, yes, we can have an episode with all the ladies in the house. And Miss Claudia is confined to her house right now because she's under the weather.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
You'll get
know.
better.
I know. So now we reverse. Now I'm doing what Vic is doing on the video.
That's right.
Yes. So we're in here and we're ready to talk some stuff. Y'all ready? We got some topics.
Yeah.
So like, of
Somewhat.
course, yeah, no. So the first topic that I wanted to get to, and it's
Uh-huh.
kind of serious, but what the fuck is going on in the world? Like all these killings, mass shootings, and just like
Suicides.
this seasonal depression is lifing this year. I know it's always
Yo,
bad,
you guys,
but it's
y'all
like
better.
people are really
Nah, you know what it is? It's like the first Mercury retrograde ended,
Yeah.
but that next one started and it just started life in life real
no.
hard.
I think it has to
real.
do with the seasonal depression.
That too.
I
It-
think that
but
a
it
lot of
hit
people
at the same time.
Yeah,
It hit at the same time and nobody can grasp what was going on.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
really
like
hard to go through retrograde if you're not grounded.
Mhm.
Because we've all been getting hit left to right for the last couple of months. Which is one of the main reasons why we, you know, decided to. But what I was gonna say was y'all better drink double for me. All right, motherfuckers.
I'm already started.
I'm not there.
I'm like, what
Take
is
a nice
this? I'm like,
shot.
My cup doesn't look like hers. Y'all watched her pour how much tequila she had in hers. Mine's on the other hand. Cheers.
Oh my God. Cheers.
I'm dead.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy holidays.
Salud. No sorobia.
Salud.
Salute.
So yeah, she
I'm
about
happy to be
they thought she
here.
about to do that with her Dayquil cup. Like, hey.
Yo, for real, I
Right.
was just thinking that. And it looks orange too. So
Ooh, there you go. Actually, no, I was about to say hit some NyQuil, look like a blue Long
yeah.
Island, but you might like pass out.
Get knocked out? Yeah. Uh-huh.
And one for Jeff.
Or fall down the stairs.
Oh dear Lord, either one that we don't need.
Oh
Listen,
my
I got
God.
home last night drunk, and I knocked the hell out and caught a fucking cramp on my leg.
How
Oh
the
my
Charlie
God.
horse. I was
how
screaming. I'm so dramatic. I don't know.
how
I haven't had one
you
of
are
those.
though? I can only imagine.
She is.
My daughter was
I
like,
heard
"Ah, you okay?" I was like, "Ah."
I heard you had a good night.
I'm
You
dying.
partied it?
Listen,
You had a good night?
I love Korean food. I obsess over Korean food. It's
You went to the
so
K-pop
damn
spot
good.
yesterday.
I said I definitely got to try the new K-pop
The one in
spot
Brooklyn?
in Staten Island because I saw
Oh,
that there was opening one up. So I went there, and then after we finished eating, okay, so it's a good place, but it's not better than the place I go to. So I'm just saying. But the food was good, and then we went to the bar area, which I had so many drinks. I don't even know. I remember drinking a straw out of 3 cups. So I got
Wow.
messed up, and I probably said some things to the bartender that I shouldn't.
Oh dear Lord.
Hey.
you're so funny.
I was being very flirtatious.
Well, you
And
have fun. You on fucking
I
vacation.
mean, for
Exactly.
real. You're on vacation and you're
I
a
What's
single
know.
a,
ass
a
woman.
vacation? You need some mushu.
What? This side. I'm like, why does
I do.
my hair looks?
But I have fun. Your
I
hair
don't
looks
know.
good, girl. Stop.
I know. I saw. I felt like I bumped. I was like, what is this?
She's not that sick.
God.
That's how you know when
Listen,
somebody's sick. When they really dying, they don't give a
Oh,
fuck how
yeah,
they look.
yeah.
She's still like, no.
no,
Is
That's
this
some
ego
people
no.
like
working
that.
Listen,
for me?
I
Some
gotta
people could
look
be dying in
decent.
their bed and still want to look good.
Nah, fuck
No,
that.
bitch. You know I was dying earlier,
No,
so
I know.
stop it.
I know, but
I'm
I'm
like,
saying you must be feeling better.
right now I am right now, but I wasn't like right.
It's that Dayquil.
Yeah. Well, I just took the other medication too,
It's that lean.
so it's like I'm going in. Like I have my highs and my lows. Right
Yeah.
now I got my high. I'm good.
It's like, see, I could just went. I would have been fine.
With a
And then
mask
it and
and some Lysol.
With double mask
yo,
and the
I'm dead.
Look
Lysol.
at you.
Yeah.
No, I've been sounding like
Exactly.
this.
See?
I've been sounding like this for a few weeks. 'Cause
Yeah.
You refuse.
I'm very irresponsible.
I've been good. Sorry,
Thank
guys.
God. I
I can
hate
never
being
breathe. I haven't been able to breathe for like 2.5 years. I don't know what happened. I think I caught COVID before COVID was COVID. And like since then, but Ellie knows, like since then, I have not been able to breathe right at all.
Damn.
Like yesterday, I blew my nose in the shower and I got out. I'm like, oh, okay, I got 2 nostrils today. By like 1 o'clock, they were gone.
Damn.
yeah.
That
So
sucks.
like
Yeah.
right now,
It's
you hear that? I can only breathe halfway out of this one.
Buy those
It's crazy.
do they
it's
sell those
season
things?
too.
But you
The
like
Nate, it does not work.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah. I don't think that works all the time.
Need
Right
some
now it's my
smelling
throat.
salts.
Like it's my throat that was killing me today. It was my throat. And then the fever started and the body aches. But
damn, sound like the flu to me.
just a little bit. I was like,
Better drink some hot tea with some honey.
But I did want to get
mm,
everybody's opinion
On.
on the Shanquilla
oh,
vacation thing. That shit is crazy.
All right, who's going first?
mm,
I mean, it's fucked up. I think it's just messed up how they left her there. Then they try to say
friends.
it was alcohol poisoning. Like I don't know, they're not your friends, man.
They're not her friends. I'm sorry. That's
And
not
that was
friends.
clearly that was a setup. I don't think they meant to kill her. I think they meant to like beat her ass, and unfortunately, she broke her spine and her neck that caused her to like die. But I think it was a whole
But
setup. that she has.
now they're saying something else too though. The authorities are claiming something else as well.
I don't know. All I
In
What
know
are they
is
Mexico.
claiming?
Like the investigators, like today it was like a new thing where they said now that the medical like the ambulance, the paramedics, I can't even think. The paramedics showed up at a certain time and they were working on her for like an hour. So now the stories are like getting,
you don't
but
work on someone
regardless,
for an hour. They
but
dead after
regardless,
90 minutes.
not
Here's
necessarily.
the
You
thing.
can,
You could, yeah,
Remember,
you can,
you
but
can work on people for a
you
long time,
gotta
but
no, but you guys have
it's
to
if they lose.
bring in. You guys have to bring in the timeline. I don't listen to the Friends timeline because the Friends timeline do not make sense to
Yeah.
me at all.
Yeah,
But when it comes down to every other thing that like fits into the story, they did what they did. He got that one recorded part, and then I feel like right after he stopped recording is when things went wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's a friend that's coming out saying that he showed up that night, then that all happened, and he thought she was sleeping. And then he went in the room and they said she was unresponsive and they all left.
You body
Did you
slammed someone and she didn't get back up.
Right.
What you
did you see
think?
the
She
new
took that-
video?
she took a, like,
They left and didn't tell nobody.
There's a
Now
new
you have to
video.
think about in the morning. Now the people are coming in the morning to come clean the room and they find her.
Yeah.
Now the paramedics are coming. She might have had like a faint a pulse for them to work on her for that long.
Yeah. So there's a new video that the mother was talked about today, and she was laying in a hammock, and the person who was recording the video was like, "Oh, dead body," but she was like supposedly sleeping. Um, and so the mother, she feels like they just went there to murder her, basically.
I
Who knows?
I
There's,
just
there's so
don't.
many crazy stories out there where people actually do plot to kill someone.
But no,
so
but that's
It's the
my
perfect
whole.
crime. You do it outside the state, you don't
No,
get
but
the
it's
same
not
amount
the
of
perfect
time.
crime.
You don't
They're
get the same amount of
fucking
time.
retarded. It doesn't.
They are
No,
retarded.
actually,
They're
actually,
retarded.
actually, in all actuality, they're even more fucked now. Do you know?
Because it
No,
came
it's
back to
no.
them.
It doesn't matter. They're even more fucked now. Think about it. Think about it as this, right? They said, "Oh, we're gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna do this." When you fuck with a country that main finances comes from tourism,
Yeah.
they are going to hunt you down worse than anybody else. That's exactly why the FBI got involved. Right now,
Yeah.
Mexico's tourism is right now. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god, you could kill somebody and get away with it. I'm not going to Mexico." They're already dealing with shit because of COVID, because of other things that are going on, other, whatever stories
Yeah,
and what's
but
going on.
Mexico was always
So
kind of known like that. Like even
But
no, of
Colombia.
people no,
course,
but
but
people
this
with the
makes it.
mindset to try to get over it easy and not think it through, it's the
Yeah.
perfect crime.
But it's
Yeah.
not.
It's
If
not
you know
because
why, because
nobody
if
thought
they
it
really,
through.
if they were that really thinking about it, they wouldn't have been recording anything.
There's
And they
never the
wouldn't have
perfect
been
crime.
lying.
That
How
They
and
can you
that
wouldn't
figure
have
and
it
been.
that's
They
out?
this
made too many fuck ups, though. That's what I'm
I
saying. They
think
made
They
way too
did
many.
but
exactly.
I
that's
don't think
this
it was
whole
planned.
that's why I said I don't think they planned
Planned
to
it.
kill her. I think
Think they were planning to
planned
fuck with
to
her
whip her ass,
ass.
like set her up and whip her ass. And
yeah.
unfortunately, she died. I have
Oh,
friends who they're not friends, but went to jail for punching someone and the person died. They weren't meant to kill that person. They punched the person, ended up
Yeah.
dying from it. So I think they meant to beat her ass. She died from those injuries, and
yeah.
now they're
But
fucked.
that's still that's not friendship. You
I
know what I
don't even.
mean? Like
And
that's not like that's like
Explain how that
us
many
four, right?
people changed
Say
their plane tickets
say
all the next morning and got on the same flight.
Because they know they killed her.
exactly.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm
But
trying to say. If
I
they
just don't
didn't
think
plan,
yeah, but that's afterwards. That's the
That's
after.
panic
That's the
mode.
panic.
That's
That's
like,
like,
shit,
oh
she
shit,
died.
we need to
What
go.
we
how
gonna-
did all of
Oh,
y'all get on the same flight?
it's
You
easy.
could.
You call.
could.
You
No, we've
call
done
you
to
could.
go
That late
home.
minute,
We've done it.
that last
Yes.
minute.
You're
You
gonna
could
pay
go
a
to
lot
the
of money
fucking
though.
airport and change it. You just gonna change,
Yeah.
which they probably
You
got the
just
money
gotta pay
figured
what
out.
you
Who
gotta
knows?
pay.
You
You
just
gotta
gotta
pay
Yeah.
pay
extra
a
stuff.
lot, probably a lot of money for it, but
But
you could do it.
for me, it's not even about like, okay, they killed her. It's not even that. It's not even the, oh, I hate this person or whatever. It's the steps for me, like each step and process that they went through that's so morally wrong, where it's like, you mean to tell me there was six of you and not one of you thought each step of the way how it was going to affect something? Like, for example, when the friends decided to contact the parents,
Afterwards.
that in itself, even if I don't like this person, you're gonna contact his parents and you're all telling them different lies. That right there is morally wrong. You're lying to you didn't get her help. You recorded her. She wasn't fighting back and you did nothing. There's so many steps of the things that they did to this female where they could have, where one of them, it's not like this was one on one. There was six of them, right? In total, there was five friends. So out of those 5 people, not once in any of those stages did one of them go, "Yo, we wildin'. Yo, let's chill the fuck out." You know what? Yo, she's like,
Ellie,
if you fighting,
Ellie, tell me this, right? So when you get an idea and it's all of us in one area
uh-huh.
and majority agrees on the idea and there's always that one person that's like, well, maybe we should do this instead. Don't you sit there and try to convince that person to think otherwise?
Not if I'm doing something dumb.
They don't think it's, you have to really
It
think,
is
you got to,
dumb.
okay, we think it's dumb. That's how true it is. We think it's dumb. They
Yeah.
didn't think it's dumb at the time. They still don't think it's dumb because they're still trying to fight it.
Yo, she just
They
spilled the
don't
drink.
think it. I definitely did. Wow. Oh, I was about to say the delay is real. No, but like that's really how real it is. Like they didn't think about it like that.
It's
As
like,
as smart
yo.
as smart and as sound minded you sound right now, not one of them thought this through. Which
Yeah,
why I keep saying
especially
people who think it's
yeah,
the
But
perfect crime never think
no,
this
but and
through.
that's the thing too. Like, and then it's like you got so scared that you guys all left the next day, but some of you were staying with her family and
And then
and
they all
and was chilling around the family
yeah,
until the
yeah,
autopsy came, and then they were like, "Wait, time out. This don't look like what. Why are you lying to me? What really happened?" And then they want to
yeah,
disappear. So it's like the audacity for me.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's what gets me.
I just
The
think that
audacity that whole time.
yeah, I just think that in a sense of like what Victoria said, right? Like even if they plan to fuck her up, right? They were all intoxicated. Fights happen. People get their emotions. People turn black. People turn red. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't think about things, but it is the aftermath, like the steps that they took afterwards.
Yeah.
And a
I mean,
mother.
you
Let
could
me tell
tell
you
that they
something.
didn't plan to kill
Her
But
her
that and
because
her
even
mother
during
and her
though,
mother her mother's intuition though, you got, like, you a mother knows, like, if something ain't right, if something doesn't make sense, you know what I mean, and everything always comes up to light. So I really do pray for her. I do hope that she rests in peace and that they find out, the truth. But it just sucks because those aren't real friends, and we
no,
have kids. We
and
all have kids.
we gotta make
And
sure that we actually go in places with people that are actually that actually
yeah,
fuck with us. Cause
that
that's
care.
crazy. The
Yeah,
fact I'm sorry. My mom knows most of my friends. Even if she hasn't met them
yeah,
physically, she knows of them. The mom didn't really know them like that.
yeah,
So it's like, and you're traveling to another country. And then it's like, make sure that who you're going with is mature. We all at this table got friends
yeah.
that as much as we love them to death,
You just can't take them
you just
nowhere.
can't take them nowhere. It's
Absolutely
like, nope,
nowhere.
I'm sorry. I love you. We can go out all day to here, but I'm not leaving the country with you.
Yeah.
And it's like they literally she picked the worst 5 friends to get go to the country. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
they try to
But you
say,
got to
Get
think
out the
about it. She
country.
was an upcoming influencer. She like
that's what I was gonna
has
say. They
2
they try to say
businesses.
that.
She was like really
Yeah,
making a name for herself. So she probably just ended up around the wrong people.
Yeah.
yeah. No, they try to say that
It
they probably
happens.
just were using her, because she had the money. She was that
Exactly.
fifth or sixth person that was able to pull up and be like, okay, we could go half on this villa or whatever the case may be. But I just think it's fucked up.
yeah, it's
I
just a
think it's
sad,
fucked up.
sad situation,
Yeah.
and I hope they all
Yeah,
get punished for it.
They
I
are.
do.
No, they
yeah,
are. They're gonna get it. They're
yeah.
gonna get it really bad because I already know.
See, I
Like
got my
they
mask.
don't play with that. They don't. First of all, the FBI is involved, and they're not gonna play with it because, like I said, that's risking their tourism. That's
I
Mhm.
mean,
so now for them it's
technically,
like,
Mexico is just on it because
I hate this.
the way viral it went, and
yeah,
family asking for because in the beginning they weren't.
Because of
They
how
was just
it went
saying,
viral fast. They went down there for
yeah.
Halloween.
In the beginning, they
yeah,
Yeah,
weren't
It's
trying to
almost
open
Thanksgiving. That's
investigation.
not even a month yet.
yeah. No, of course, and it's they fumbled it
They fumbled that whole
whole
thing because
thing
the
because they,
mother should
they
have
should have
found out before it hit social media.
they no, she knew her daughter was dead the day of.
Yeah,
They called her and they told her two
No,
different lies. They told her two different lies. They told her that they checked on her in the room, that she died of alcohol poisoning. That was one. And two, that she died of food poisoning. They told
I
her
didn't hear
two
the
different
second
things.
one. I
They
didn't
I've
hear the
both
never
second
heard. I've never heard the food
they
poisoning
said it
since
was
this
one
whole
food
either.
thing came
poisoning.
out.
She was throwing up because
That's
she
that
ate
shit
I
that
something
never.
fuck up the
bad.
bag. You were
Then the
supposed to
other one
say
was
one
saying,
thing
"Oh
and you
no,
didn't.
she was
Yeah,
belligerent. She was drunk. This." They were
that's
all
what I'm
giving
saying.
different stories.
Yeah, I never heard that though. I didn't even hear the food poisoning thing. All I heard was the alcohol, the ambulance thing, and then
And then
when the when
her
the
alcohol
video,
came back.
hold on. When the video came out is when the mother was like, "Wait, this is them fucking her up right now." She was butt ass naked. She
Yeah,
wasn't even fucking fighting back. You get what I'm saying? You have your
No,
friends
wait, she
recording
wasn't
you.
naked. She had her they were supposed
Yeah,
to be
she
going to the
had.
pool because there's a video that came out right after that one of her walking around looking for them.
And they were all in
yeah,
the room talking to each other.
Yeah, that
And
was
she's
her
like,
video. So somebody
bitches, put
Yeah.
on your bathing
screen recorded
suits. Yeah.
her story, her
yeah.
private story. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's fucked up all around. Mhm. Next topic. This one's sad.
I'm about to say not for nothing.
I know.
R.I.P. I'm not even gonna say her name wrong because I'm not even gonna disrespect her like that. But R.I.P. because that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it's kinda
31
sad.
and my mother is still on my ass about even talking to her, much less knowing who I'm around and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I had another topic. Um, it's about cheating. It was funny to me though. I seen an interview between a guy and a female, and she said, "Do you think men or females cheat more?" And he completely took the he changed the narrative of the whole discussion. He said, "Let me tell you something." He said, "I don't think either sex cheats more."
Mhm.
He said, "There's just a sex that cheats more efficiently." And he said the reason why most men get caught is because a man listens better than a female,
talk about
in
it.
the sense that if a female goes, "Listen, I have a man, but I'm going to give you a chance, but I'm only free on Tuesdays and Thursdays,"
That man
that
is
man
only
is
going to
only
talk
going to
to
call
her.
you on Tuesday and Thursday. If it was
Mm,
a female and you guys had fun on Tuesday and Thursday, now she's gonna call you on Wednesday when she knows you supposed to be at your girlfriend's house, and she doesn't respect
Trifling.
that
She got to see how
space.
special she is now.
So I wanted to see, yeah, do y'all agree with
I
that? That's what he's
completely
saying.
agree.
You
I
agree with
do.
it?
I
I
do.
completely, wholeheartedly agree with it.
I do agree with that actually.
I think
I
it makes
feel like that.
sense.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like
I
it
think it
does
makes sense.
happen, but I feel like the other issue too is like that he pointed out. A woman would be honest and be like, "Yo, listen, I got a man at home." A man will lie about it. Why are you lying to me?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of women out there that really don't give a shit if you have a girl or not. There's some that
Yeah.
do, but there's a lot that don't. So it's like if
Yeah.
you, it's like, it's the "why you being weird to me"
Right,
conversation.
Yeah.
right.
Don't say that I'm crazy. I'm not crazy because I'm not crazy because I'm acting like a psychopath. I'm being crazy because you lied to me. You told me you didn't have a girlfriend, or you
Mm.
didn't you or you omitted that information. I didn't tell you.
But
Now I'm
even if
trying to
they
hit you
don't,
up,
like
you know?
even if they don't lie, like there are those people who do care,
Yeah.
but sometimes just get caught up in a moment where
Hmm.
they're like, this is
Women are just
happening.
so freaking emotional, so they get attached so quickly. They can't just
Yeah.
cheat and
Some,
just have
yeah.
like
Yeah, I was about to say some.
decide.
Some, yeah.
I don't know. It's just how long
See,
they seen that person.
I
They
love these
end up
conversations.
having
Yeah,
an
no, because
emotional.
I've seen some girls that just like they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like I know it's I don't know. Like I personally I don't yeah, I would have to I probably would get attached in order for me to even go to that step. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I wouldn't just randomly do it just to do it, you know?
I think it depends on the stage that the relationship
Yeah.
is in, because if you they say that females are done before they actually leave the relationship. Like they're
Yep,
mentally done,
yep.
Emotionally, yeah.
emotionally done before they leave, before they actually do the breakup. So if you're at that point or you're at that cusp, you might just cheat just to
But some, you know
fucking
what?
do it.
But some women just cheat because they're not enjoying. Like there are some women, like I know some women. I know a personal, situation where, that they cheated because they weren't getting what they needed to get from that partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like be it sex or be it that intimacy that they wanted, and they still wanted to stay with their man, but they had someone else take care of their needs.
Yeah.
Listen, I was a side chick for 5 years, and I had girlfriends the entire time. Like it's it's different,
5 years.
especially and it's 5 years, 5 entire. I can honestly say, yeah, 5 whole years before I actually became the girlfriend. And
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I was a side chick for five
Vicky,
years.
Oh, wow. I don't think a side chick should ever become a main chick.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen because
Okay.
the next 4 years were just hell. But
Not just that. I think. Well, yeah, that. But question then, because you became the main chick after, right?
uh-huh.
So were you worried because you were the side chick that she might have had another?
that's a good question.
Because
I
if I
was
was that person, honestly, I would have been like, okay, I was the side chick. I bet you that bitch is out there with another
So you
side chick.
know
or
Oh, can I
something.
answer? Can I
hold
answer?
no
Because
no
I
no
want to
no
say something.
hold wait
Because I want to say something.
what
If I know about this, it's not bad, but I want to
okay
say something. So, from what I witnessed from her experience that she's talking about, if she's talking about the same thing that I'm
it's
talking
the
about,
only one.
okay. So, from what I witnessed, is that because she upgraded to the main chick, and that girl had done so much fuck shit to get her to the main chick, she was more
Worried about the
worried
main chick.
about her
Yeah,
finding her side chick
yeah,
than she was worried
I get
about
that.
anything else,
I
which is
get that.
crazy because it's like the tables turned.
Yeah.
It was like that whole time, it was like she was the side and she didn't care. But now that she moved up to the main, she was like, wait, hold up. Now that you a main, and just because you seen what I did, don't mean that you could do what I did.
Mm. So you want?
No. It's not only that though, because like
Yeah.
I said, the entire time I was her side chick, I still had multiple girlfriends in between the entire 5 years. So not only
So
did
you
I
guys were each
witness,
other's side chicks.
not only did I witness what she did, but she seen what I did with several different people, and she was with the same person the whole time. So that's what made it different,
Yeah.
was because she got out of one relationship into another, and I was already out of a relationship by the time she decided I was going to be the main chick. So she was more worried that I would be doing what I was doing with her with other people. And I really didn't even care.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, listen, I know how I got you. I know how this can go. As long as you keep it away from us, I don't care. I'm more of a out of sight, out of mind type of person.
Okay.
And I think that's the problem with those relationships, why they don't work, because you know how you got that person, there's always going to be that thought in the back of your head
Exactly.
like,
So
nah,
I
they
don't
can do
know.
this shit to me.
I
that's
don't
why,
know.
but that's why my and she might be mad at me for saying this out loud because she's probably watching. But my relationship now, we're in an open relationship, but it's
I was
not
about to
open.
ask that.
But it's not open to where we can go and just fuck who we want, or
Mm-hmm.
we can go and just talk to whoever we want. We have our boundaries, we have our rules, and we stick to them. So basically, like to say, if I was to meet a girl at the bar tonight
Mm-hmm.
and me and her get friendly and whatever, I would bring it back to her and let her know, hey, I met this person. She knows this. She knows what's going on. This is what it is. At no point in time, if I'm spending time with her, am I allowed to text that person? Neither is she allowed to text hers. Invite like anything, anything I do for her, I don't do for them.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
But
everybody understands the rules. Everybody understands everything. So like, if I was to meet a girl tonight and I started talking to her, it's like, hey, by the way, I have a girlfriend. She's gonna know about you. She's gonna know about everything we talk about if it gets too serious. So are you ready for me to cut you off when she says no?
mm-hmm.
Like
But that's
basic.
a good. But that's a good communication that you have. You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
you
It took
decided
us,
to
yeah, it
keep.
took us a very long time to get to this point, and a lot of things
Yeah.
happened to get here. But we
Yeah.
both were grown enough to be like, listen, this is something that's gonna not keep happening, but keep occurring.
Yeah.
So why not
I'm
be
gonna.
upfront and honest about it?
Yeah.
It makes
I'm gonna
everything easier,
speak
and
on.
we're not too actively sexual with other people anyway. So if anything was to ever get to that point and it oversteps that boundary, we're already comfortable enough to be like, hey, so I went to go see this person, we ended up going back to their house and this did happen. Okay, cool. Like, it happened. You told me about it.
Mhm.
I didn't have to hear about it. I didn't have to see it in your phone. I have to nothing. I don't pick up phones.
Yeah.
I don't pay your phone bill, so I don't care. And even if I do, I still don't care. This is like, whatever you're doing, you're gonna end up either feeling bad about it or telling somebody who's gonna tell me.
Mhm.
So why look for it? That's what
Yeah.
that's what I learned from being a side chick for 5 years.
Yeah.
To be very honest, because it was
I
many
think
times
I
she would get up in the middle of the night and pick my phone up, and I'm like, but you're not my girlfriend.
Yeah. No, but like, like I get that aspect too, but I'll talk about it in as a person who was the main chick, right? The main one. And
Because we've had this conversation.
sometimes, yeah, and sometimes things just happen. You know what I mean? Like at that moment as a main chick, I'd be like, oh my God, I was devastated. He can't believe he did this to me, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes that side chick is the person that person is supposed to be with. You know what I mean? Like I've learned it, with my ex-husband, and he's been in this relationship. I don't know about their relationship. Has it been easy? Probably not. Who knows? But years later, they're still kicking. You know what I mean? And they have a whole family. But things happen. Things happen. You know what I mean? Things sometimes happen for a reason, and you just never know. I
Sometimes
just feel
people are
like you
meant
just
to be
never know.
lessons and not life partners.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This fucking bitch. She's like, yo, T got deep for a minute now.
Yeah.
No, but real shit. And I really, in the same
I'm like,
situation,
what?
had to understand that.
I think
Sometimes people are learned to be lessons and not life partners.
honestly, I feel like
Exactly.
I feel like
And that's why side chicks sometimes become the
the
main
main
chick.
chick.
Hello.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of relationships where people been together for a long time, like 10 years, 15 years. And then they start to have like a little bit of trouble and stuff like that. And in my mind, it's like, why don't you just have an open relationship that will settle everything? I mean, that's
No,
just
because
my thinking, but I
yeah,
don't
no,
know why they have like it could be a financial situation, who knows?
it
But
could be financial, it could be emotional, but sometimes opening up that door into an open relationship, like the entanglement that we saw a very famous celebrity couple go through,
But there's a
sometimes
difference.
it's not
I
that,
just
you
I
know what I
There's
mean?
think,
a
but
complete difference
you
with
can't
that.
just say. I feel like this goes with a lot of things. You can't just say, "Oh, let's have an open relationship." It just doesn't
No.
happen that way. There has to be rules, like
But that's
something
what I'm
that
saying. Even though
yeah
you having that
compromise.
When I
conversation,
tell when I
you
tell
ready
you
for your man? You ready for your man to fuck somebody else while he's with you?
we had this conversation for an entire 2 weeks before I felt like it was okay to even
Yeah.
relax on it. And then the crazy thing about it is that the whole quote unquote start of this was on my part. So it was supposed to benefit me and it ended up benefiting her more.
Hmm.
Like, so at the end of the day, it's like you were so weary and dreary and thing to get into it. And now look, oh, where'd she go?
Oh, we lost her.
Her
Oh,
phone
she's
better not
coming
have
back.
died.
It probably tapped out because she got a call or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she'll come back on like the last time, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been in a relationship in like forever, so
Sad face.
I think once I do find someone,
Sad
I'm gonna,
face.
I'm gonna need a lot of fucking work, man. Um, I mean the feedback I've gotten before, and I call it feedback. It's just that criticism, a little bit of
Not
feedback.
the feedback.
I'm just not. I don't show enough emotion. Like it looks like I don't care. Ellie knows.
Yeah.
It just looks like I don't care because I'm not into that whole romantic shit. But I mean, my next relationship, I think I'm gonna sacrifice like
Yeah,
my
but you can't think. You gotta know. You gotta know what you want, and you gotta remember what you want and keep that
yeah.
in your headspace because it's very easy to get clouded in a relationship because you start caring about that other person's feelings and you start settling for things because you think, okay, if I just give them this one,
To make them
then I'll get
happy.
this, and then it's like now you have nothing left on
Yeah.
your plate and you're not getting anything.
But that's the thing. Like I don't care. Like when I used to date people,
Mhm.
it was like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care about your emotion. Like I don't know. But it
That was
doesn't
not for
work.
nothing. That was me in high school. That was definitely me in high school. Like I did not care about your feelings. You like me, cool. I like her too. So what happened?
Yeah,
Like this
I
is
didn't
just
date
how
in high
that's gonna
school, so
go.
I think
she's back.
I don't
Hello, hello, governor.
I don't necessarily
Hello,
think that
Governor.
it's a thing from what I see from you. I don't think it's something that's wrong with you. I think it's just the way that you are with people. You're less receptive than most. So it takes a while for you to feel comfortable enough to care. I
Yeah,
think
it
for you
does.
it's more of a coping mechanism where it's like, well, I'm not going to care about that because that's not my problem right now.
It's
You
I
don't
do the same.
you don't make it your problem until you really do feel for this person.
Yeah.
Because me and her were cool for a while. For I want to say for like the first 2 or 3 years, and then we got really freaking close. And then I felt the difference. It was more of a, oh wow, that's happening to you. To oh my god, that's happening to you. You know what I mean? Now it's different because it's like okay, I actually
I was invested after
yeah.
that.
Now I'm invested in this person. Like she is cool. You
That's how I
know,
am, and that's the
I
thing.
think
Like,
that's your coping
it
thing.
just takes me too long to the point where the guy is just like, "Hey, like this ain't working out." I'm like, "Okay, bye, next."
Yeah.
I really
I
don't care
I
because
do the
I'm not at
same.
that level yet. Like, I'm
I
sure I'll find someone
yeah.
that I can.
If
It's
I
someone
don't
out there that
care,
I can quickly like connect to.
Exactly.
I do that a lot too. Unless I know that I'm like involved, like if I have a connection with you, then that's
Mhm.
a completely different story. But for the most part, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like it has nothing to do with me. Bye. And even if it's a guy, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling you. Like, leave me alone. You're in my space.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm still like I have one foot out the door. So if I see someone that I think is attractive, as soon as he does something, it's like, oh, you're not attractive anymore. Next, like go on with my
Yeah,
life.
it's with the quickness. It's just like, yeah, no, that's off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I ain't looking. I'm sure I'm gonna meet somebody.
that's something that I'm trying to work on right now, that the balance of being able to like be patient but also not waste my time, because I feel like I don't have an in between there, and that's something that I have to learn to balance. Like it's either I'm very impatient, like okay, this is not what this is what I need. You're not giving it to me. All right, fuck it. And then it's like, okay, wait, no. I got to give you a chance because you're a person too. I'm just like I needed that. You need that space, but then it's also I don't want to waste my time either. So I got to find that balancing ground as to
But everything
don't waste
takes
your
time.
time. I know, but you also don't want to waste your time either.
Yeah. That's
But
why I've
that's
gotten
I
used
feel
to,
why.
like I wasted
that's
a
why I've
lot of
gotten,
time.
So here's one thing that I've learned, especially on my what I want to say my 3 year journey since I've been out of my situationship that turned into a relationship that turned into some bullshit. Everything takes time, but the more you try to set a time limit on things, the worse it gets.
yeah.
It's not so much a time limit.
It no, but honestly, you really have to really sit back and think about it, because I
Hmm.
sat here and said a lot of things when I came out of that relationship that I was going to have done in a certain time limit, and every single time limit passed me right on by,
Yeah.
and I was nowhere near that goal. And I'm sitting there beating myself up because I didn't make that time limit. But I can tell you right now, and as of today, a lot of things have been going in the direction I needed it to really now actually realistically set those goals and get them done. So that's why I'm like, everything takes time.
No, of
Everything
course, but that's
And
happens and
everything
everything
happens for a
happens.
reason.
Yeah.
it's not a time limit thing. It's not a time limit thing. It's a seeing growth thing, because it's
But L,
very
growth takes
easy.
time.
No, of course. No. Growth it doesn't it's not always about time. It's about actually wanting to being motivated and actually wanting to do it. Because you can have all the time in the world and stay exactly where the fuck you are. If you're not
Exactly.
motivated,
You stay
you're not
stagnant.
trying.
Yeah.
Yes, it's stagnancy.
Taking up
So
time.
exactly, I know, wasting it. That's my there's a difference, because you can have a time limit, right?
Mhm.
And you could take a test, or you could sit in front of the test and leave it blank. It's what you do with the time. So for me,
Mm.
I'm impatient, where if I have X amount of time, I'm going to use this time to do what I need to get done. And if I'm dealing with someone that has that same amount of time and they're not putting in that same work, or they're not motivated, because guess what? I might be smarter. I might be smarter where I can get through more
Here I go with
questions,
another analogy
right?
though.
But
We
Can I
both
this,
finish
take
it though?
Okay,
Can I
I'm sorry.
finish
Go
it
ahead.
though?
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
if we I might be smart enough to get through the questions faster, but if I see you trying, I'll wait for you to finish. But if I see you don't give a fuck, or you don't care enough to actually try and put your all into the test like I am, then I don't think we deserve the same grade, which means
I
we're not having the same goals, which means now I don't want to deal with you. Now I know I'm wasting my
Which
time.
is why
yeah,
I'm
but
so glad you just
which
ended with that. Hold on,
can I
Claudia.
say?
Hold
Okay,
on. Hold on. Because how long is the SATs? Like
I
about
don't know.
5 hours, 3 hours tops,
It's
3 to 5 hours.
I think it's like 4 hours.
4 hours,
Okay.
something like that. I don't know.
So
I forgot.
we both start the SATs at the same exact time. I'm the type of person, I like to take my time with my test. I'm not going to give two fucks about that test in the first hour and a half. You, on the other hand, have gotten through the first 25% of the test in an hour and a half. And you're moving on to that 50%. And I'm still at 15.
Mhm.
Now, at the end of the day, I might have sat there and waited until that last 50 minutes to finish my whole test.
Mhm.
And you took your whole 4 hours, but we got the same score. The only difference in the situation is that you used your time wisely, and I
Mhm.
took my time to do what I needed to do. So now look at it in a retrospect. Those 4 hours is 4 years. In 4 years of a relationship, you're putting in all that effort to make sure that at the end of the day, you and that person grow moving forward.
Mhm.
That
no
person
matter no
will go
matter the time.
exactly, no matter the time, no
Yeah,
matter what, you every year you set another goal for you guys. This is what's gonna happen. This was gonna you keep making those goals happen, and that other person is just okay. Well,
yeah,
this is gonna. All right. Well, you said 5 years. We're at 3.
yeah. No,
Right. You said 5 years. Right.
But that's why I don't
we're at,
like time
we
limits.
just hit 4. So let me get into it. Boom. Now they're working out that last 9 months.
No.
But by then you're already fed up with the fact that you've tried for 3 years and 2 months
Exactly.
to
That's
get them to that point.
that's
But they're trying to get at the same goal with end goal with you at that last fifth year. And because you don't want to get through it, because
no.
they took their time differently than you, everybody does everything differently. That's why I said
No, of
time
course.
is the
hmm
issue. Time is
hmm
definitely the issue because I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
I like to sit back and wait until the last motherfucking minute to do a lot of
Mhm.
things. I just found out today that I can pay $30 to get my goddamn license back. How long have we been talking about getting my license back?
years.
See?
Exactly.
And
Thank you,
that
Claudia.
yes,
So
and
it
that's
it
but
it's
that's the difference. That's the difference.
it
I
is.
can't deal with someone that's that irresponsible that for 3 years they've been driving, or like supposed, you know, I can't deal with that. And I know
Yeah,
that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if it,
People give those
of
flag
course,
people give
when
those red flags in the first 6 months. So why are we getting past to the fourth to 4 years and 2 months and you're like,
and I can
I don't
or
want
and I
to
ten
can tell
years,
deal
you
with
or
this
and I'm
10
anymore.
years
and I can
later.
tell you and I could tell you this right now. And I can tell you this right now. That is the biggest crock of shit I ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Okay.
Because you can be with somebody for fucking years,
Uh-huh.
right? I've known people, we've all known people that will be with each other for 5 6 years. The moment they fucking get married, what happens? They
Everything
fall
changes.
apart, everything changes. A
Everything
person
changes.
changes. There's so much things that can happen in a person's life that affects everything about them. A parent could die, anything, a fucking,
Yeah. Yeah.
a child could
Yeah.
die. Somebody
Yeah.
could move, somebody could lose their job. There's so many things that can happen to an individual that will change them to where they are now a different person or handle things differently, which is why you can't always say, oh well, yeah, I didn't see any red flags in the first 6 months. You might see it in the fucking next 6 years. You don't know when it's gonna pop up. But that's why relationships are what they are. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I think it's a crock of shit that some people need to be in relationships,
That
because you could
you
be
don't
with
need to.
someone, but that's what I'm saying, but that you have those people who are like, you know what, I have this goal and I need someone to, that person that I'm with, and if they're not making it, then I'm going to give up, but I'm going to go find someone else. Like
Yeah.
there are people who just don't take the time that they need for themselves in general. And and that's where the comfortability comes from, of where, like, you see, like Victoria and myself, we're okay being alone, we're okay going out, um taking ourselves to dinner, taking ourselves to movies or whatever. We're okay to cut people like this once we
Mhm.
see something, because we have a certain value of like what we want for our lives, than
Mhm.
just sticking around and being like, okay, I feel like this, and I'm going to write it out because they might be a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying it because of experience. Like, also, I stood with somebody for a long time, red flags left to right, but I stood with them because they were a good person, or I thought a certain way. But things change. I
Yeah.
just think people need to be able to handle their own shit. Some people can't, and that's okay. But it also takes a while. And this might, like T said, sometimes things are meant to be lessons. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And we're still all growing. We're still all, you guys are a couple years younger than me and Vicky. You know what I mean? Vicky and I are a little bit different level, but doesn't mean that we're not growing. Doesn't mean that
Yeah.
we're not learning the same stuff that you guys might be learning or might gone through. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just turned 30. So
Oh,
you should fucking bitch.
I know you fucking lying.
I
yeah.
know.
Oh, somebody told me I look 30.
You do.
So you 30 then.
So I'm 30.
Listen,
Listen, take it. Take it. I take it. That's all good. I've come to terms, though. I think I'm gonna be like, solo. I think this year too. I think it's kind of sad, but I'm just like, like, yes, I want it, but then I'm just like, I don't think it's meant for me.
I didn't want it all these years. I didn't want it. It's not like I was looking for it or anything like that. Now that the girls, my daughter's in 10th grade, I'm like, in 2 years she'll be in college. Now I'm thinking like, yeah. Now I'm thinking of having a significant other,
Yeah, yeah. But I
but
feel the
it's
same
not
way. I
good,
feel
but
like,
you're not going to be in the house anymore.
yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah,
Now
so
it's getting
now
to
it's
that
like,
point where it's like, all right,
I can have a
I
little
need
more
somebody else.
freedom. I don't need to worry about bringing some creep. I'm just saying because some people just have like bad intentions and shit like that.
No, respect.
exactly.
But
And that's
like,
what's so scary.
I don't like bringing people around my child.
And first of all, I have to commend you for that because a lot of females as single mothers just bring anybody around their
Yep,
kid and just
not me.
Oh no,
constantly
not my
have
daughter.
everybody around their kid.
She only see me with one person.
Like
Or
you have the parents that know, all right, after a certain amount of time, okay, you can come see my kid, you can be around my kid or
Hmm.
whatever, but it doesn't always work out like that.
No, it
So
don't. And then your child's gonna get used to seeing you with all these different men,
Yeah,
and
and
who
then
knows?
depending on which
Well,
one you brought home, now she's traumatized from something that
yeah,
happened
and
and
that's
it's a
not.
whole other
I'm not
thing.
judging
yeah,
others, but for me, that just wasn't for me. She only
yeah.
Right.
seen me with one person, and that's it. But
They haven't seen me with anybody. They have met friends because they really are friends. But then that also get, like, that's hard for me to do because kids get attached. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Even with just friends, like people, so they know some friends, but and they'll ask even though that person isn't around, or they'll see a friend, but they haven't. I mean, you heard Bella the other day. You heard them all the time. Like Bella's like, yeah, you're not gonna be with anybody. I'm like, I'm like, what are you talking
That-
about? Like, how about if I want to go out on a date? Like, I think I deserve that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know if I could do it until they're off to college as well. I've just, as I said, like, I think I've just gotten
That's
to
not gonna
terms.
count down. I said whether I
Like,
find them out here or wherever, because I'm gonna travel the world when they in college.
There you
yeah.
Because I have
go.
my
And
niece. I'm
I
traveling.
was,
There
I was
you go.
appreciative for Ellie though, because Ellie took care of me tonight with my kids. Because I was getting used to like, I got to do this by myself. And she got us food. So at least I got somebody to feed me and my kids.
There
Yeah.
you go.
You know what I mean? So that's what friends are for. But oh my god.
No, just happened. I
What
get
you
sick, man.
saying?
These teenagers
Yeah.
don't do shit. You know who's my best friend when I'm sick in Florida? Uber. That's my best friend.
Yo,
Yeah,
first of
but that's
all,
what I'm
Uber has
saying.
everything, and Lyft trying to catch up.
Uh,
I said
oh
Lyft
yeah,
trying.
live.
Lyft
Yeah.
just sent me my free bike ride today. I was like, and y'all don't have no bikes in fucking Staten Island. Where am I going? I don't even leave Staten Island anymore. Where am I
Yeah.
going? I don't leave Staten Island if I don't drive because I
Yeah.
don't like PT. PT on Staten Island traumatized me already. I don't want to take it anywhere else. Nope.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No. So it's like I think I didn't have the kids, you know, when because I was going through the whole pinched nerve thing. And one night I didn't have anybody. I was just here by myself. And I legit woke up crying and I'm just like I'm trying to put the biofreeze on my I'm like
Oh.
I'm like, why can't I have anybody? And then I don't know what happened. I took something and knocked me out. But it's just it sucks sometimes, but you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
It is what it is, you know. So those ladies out there who have those women, you know, who have those men who really go out their way to do things like throw out the garbage or put some dishes away or, you know, clean up the floor sometimes. Yeah, those people, I think they don't see how lucky they do have it sometimes,
You never know
even if
what you
it's
have
just the
till it's
little
gone.
things.
Yep.
Exactly. For sure. Next topic.
Put
Let's
it
go see.
down.
I know. I'm like, next topic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody in the chats?
What?
Shut it
Or is it
Huh?
just Jeffrey? I said nobody in the chats. Nobody's
I can't
commenting.
see names or anything like that.
So, what do y'all think about this whole Kelly Rowland Chris Brown thing?
I don't even
Yo,
know.
All
I
right,
was
all right.
waiting.
So I know. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on, right? I literally just found this
Uh-huh.
out this morning.
I love
So
Kelly.
basically, Chris Brown was supposed to do a tribute for Michael Jackson on the
Mhm.
AMAs.
Oh yeah, I heard something like that.
For some reason,
They
Fucking
pulled.
epic performance with Sierra. I watched all the videos because I can't help myself.
oh, I didn't see Ciara's videos. I
Oh
didn't
no,
even know.
Sierra was supposed to dance with him.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. So, oh, that's why that girl was in his video.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was supposed to be extra as fuck. He was supposed to do
Yeah.
influence and go into a whole Michael
Michael
Jackson
Jackson
tribute
tribute.
with
Yeah.
Sierra. Sierra was supposed to come out and
Okay,
dance.
that makes
with
a
him.
whole lot of sense why that other person was in the video.
Yeah.
But basically, for some reason, I don't know if you know why, but I have no idea why he pulled out. He posted the entire practice performance.
He didn't pull out.
He didn't pull
He
out.
did.
They
They
canceled
pulled
him.
his performance.
They canceled him.
They canceled his
The
performance.
AMAs.
That's what that was. Okay,
He
see,
Yeah.
I told y'all I
trained
found out this morning.
for
I
about
didn't
a
know.
month and a half.
Yeah.
Him and those dancers have been putting together an entire freaking 9
Set.
minutes of
Set.
nonstop performance and
Yeah.
rehearsing for the AMAs to say,
They're spinning it as he pulled out.
no, he did not.
No. No, they
So
canceled him.
They
okay,
canceled him.
Why?
They did not release any statements.
They didn't release any
So
statement
That's why
yet.
the ultimate
Because they
karma
made
for me
so wait,
was that he
okay,
won.
that makes
He
that
won the
makes-
category
but that makes a
of
lot more
best
sense.
R&B artist.
That makes a lot more sense as to why Kelly Rowland got dragged into this. Okay.
Yeah, well,
So
because
listen,
she presented the
basically,
award.
no. So okay, I don't know if you know too much about Kelly Rowland's background, but at the end of just Destiny's Child reign, like that last album, she was in a really abusive relationship. That's
Yeah.
why the song Girl came out.
Yeah,
The song Girl is about her.
I know.
So basically, she tried to say that Michelle and Beyonce weren't really like too much there for her the way they were supposed to be as friends
Mm-hmm.
while she was going through what she was going through.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of like was like, everything, I'm off this. And well, that's not what started the separation, but that's what continued the
Mhm.
separation in the group,
That's what solidified it.
basically.
Yeah.
So a TMZ, a TMZ reporter just so happened to catch her outside her car
Yeah, I
and
saw. I
asked her
sent
how
it to
she felt
Ellie.
about Chris Brown,
Uh-huh.
because I feel, and everybody feels like cancel culture cut Chris Brown because of what happened with him and Rihanna.
Hmm.
Yeah.
With Kelly going through what she went through, she graceful, and I watched Kelly's video and I watched it like 3 different times to like see like her demeanor. She literally was just like, yo, listen, everybody deserves grace, everybody deserves this. Like, at the end of the day,
Forgiveness.
we're all
But that's the whole
human.
thing. She said
We're all
everybody
human.
deserves
Yeah,
forgiveness.
everybody deserves forgiveness.
You know.
But she said it the way she said it. She said everybody deserves grace. At the end of the day, everybody deserves some type of forgiveness because we're all humans. And she repeated that multiple times before she
Mm-hmm.
moved on to her next statement. And then she sat there and said, I feel like Chris Brown should be awarded grace like anybody else because we're all human. And she kept saying that.
Yeah.
Basically, I personally felt like she was insinuating, did you forgive your uncle when he did that to your aunt the other day? Because he's still at Thanksgiving dinner. But y'all want to cancel Chris Brown and his entire career
That part.
over
That
one
part.
thing.
That part.
Did you
But
forgive
that's
your
why.
man
But that's
who you
why.
sleeping next to,
Yeah.
who put hands on you the other day?
But that's why.
But you want to cancel Chris Brown for something he did 6, 7, 8 years ago and is still
Yeah.
paying restitutions for?
Yeah.
But that's why. But that's why she said what she said. That's why, because
Exactly.
when she represented the award, she was like, Chris Brown. She's like, I'm taking. She said her whole little speech for
Exactly.
him, and like Ellie just said,
Oh wait, hold on.
it's
I didn't
funny how
even know that
karma.
the AMAs already happened. My
Yeah,
bad.
no, it
That's how
happened, and that's
unattached
Yeah.
I
that's
am.
why that's why everything popped off, because one of the
The
dancers, I think,
irony.
made a video, right? The irony that he still won.
He won.
I listen. I was abused. I came from a very abusive relationship where there are times where I can't even describe certain things because it's like, okay, but I agree with Kelly, where it's like everybody does, deserve forgiveness, because even us, right? We can get into an argument. We could say some things because we're in the heated of we're in a moment. But you got to learn how to forgive, because it's not for the other person; it's for yourself. But
Exactly.
Wait,
this man is an entertainer.
you
This man, yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, he was on drugs. Ariana wasn't innocent.
yeah.
Back. We could go both ways. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So at the end of the day, he's a performer.
I I
He's
think
an
that's
amazing
It's
I
R&B
think
singer.
wrong for
He's
him.
not R.
yeah.
Kelly.
No, but that's one of the things. I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the things that I don't like about the whole narratives that
I'm gonna
Hollywood
let you have this.
and
'Cause I'm gonna use the bathroom
famous
and then I'm gonna.
they like to spin. There's always got to be a victim and there's always got to be a monster. I
Mhm.
think with their situation, I'm not saying that he wasn't wrong at all. Like, he was wrong. What he did was wrong,
You
but
mean
she
you're not
was
saying he
wrong
was right?
too.
Yeah, they both were.
She was
Yeah.
wrong too. And I think that's why when they at first were trying to cancel him so badly, she was very like, eh, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't like, yeah, fuck him. Look what he did to me. Oh my God. She wasn't like that. She tried to kind of slip through
Slip.
unscathed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm not gonna throw the book at him because I did some shit too, but I'm just
Hmm.
gonna ride it out and try to
Hmm.
keep it, because I feel like she knew. She knew. She's
Yeah.
probably like, I'm not and I understand that. I understand that completely,
Yeah.
because as much as I agree that a man should never put hands on a woman, I know I am a person that has that fucking mouth that will say and push the right motherfucking buttons to where you
Yep.
will look at me like I'm a straight nigga.
Yeah. 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 And I had
Wait,
that
wait, I have
issue.
a
You get what
question
I'm
though.
saying?
I have a question. Wait, they canceled his performance because of
Oh, guys, I'm like hot now. I think the
Okay,
fever.
so
They
basically,
didn't
cancel
okay,
culture.
so they didn't they canceled his performance. They literally called him up and said, sorry, we're dropping your performance from the lineup at AMAs.
Oh, I'm about to say it has nothing to do with the whole.
It has
Rihanna
nothing
thing.
to do with any of
Okay.
it. But this is
But
all
that's what they're trying to
speculation.
say. They're
It's all
all, yeah.
speculation because
No,
they never
because
made an
They
announcement.
would have never offered him to perform.
But
But
Form.
now
That was the
here's
thing.
But
why
that's- but
Kelly
that's the
Rowland is in
kicker.
hot water, because what she's referencing to is what happened between him and Rihanna.
Rihanna.
So
Yeah.
that has something to do with why he was taken off the AMAs.
Wait, what did-
No, no,
how
no, no,
did
no,
she
no.
reference-
No,
what do you-
that happened
I'm
after
confused.
Oh God, I wish we could
T,
watch
it
the videos
happened,
while we're
it
doing.
happened
Her
after.
interview happened afterwards.
Yes.
Yes.
You didn't follow it.
She,
Okay, I really didn't.
her
I told
Yeah,
you
interview,
that
no, I'm
this
telling you.
morning.
I've been
No,
following it 'cause she
interview-
knows. I was flipping the
yeah.
fuck out. I was like,
yeah,
Excuse
and
me,
I was too.
performing. Like,
The interview happened after she award, like after she said Chris Brown won, because the way that you have to see how she awarded, I mean how she was reading the award and what she said after. So that's why TMZ reporter wanted to go
and
ask her some things.
and
I
that,
sent Ellie a funny video though. They were like,
yeah,
"Oh, this is what the Kelly versus what the real Kelly wanted to say."
yeah. So the thing that I hate about this cancel culture, right, is that Hollywood gives it so much power, right? Because the AMAs could have been like, fuck your feelings. That happened X amount of years ago. He's
Mhm.
performing because he's the only one that we know that can get the shit done. Honestly,
And the
way,
way, but
The
I
way.
also
Food at the
think
AMA.
I
The
also
way
thought,
cancel
though,
culture
No.
works,
Yeah.
everybody is sensitive.
they booed him when he won the thing. Yeah,
Why would they
probably
boo
because
him?
but honestly,
because it's full of fucking these little kids that
hon-
hear shit.
Gen Z is so
Yeah.
sensitive,
They are.
and the
So
boomers
sensitive.
yeah,
back them so badly that the millennials just look like shit.
yeah. So I'll say this. I honestly thought that they might have canceled it because of Michael,
But here's the thing, though.
not just because of Chris Brown. It's like, okay, should we really throw this tribute to Michael?
You can't. I'm sorry. I'm
I
very sorry.
mean, the
Because
same
if we're gonna make an
people-
entire movie about Elvis Mother Presley, we're gonna have a damn tribute for Michael Jackson.
But that's what I'm saying. They all do this dumb shit where
All of them.
everybody's fiending to be fucking politically correct, and technically speaking, you just can't be
You
Yeah.
can't
at all times.
because nobody
So
ever is.
it's like you're gonna sit here and oh, I don't know if we should do a Michael Jackson thing because allegedly with the kids stuff because it was never fully proven. Let's
Ever.
be honest, right? But we have Whitney tributes, and Whitney was freaking.
Whitney was a whole crackhead.
That's different.
But
She
she
was a
oh
drug
she
addict.
oh but she
wasn't
OD'd.
someone-
She OD'd. That's how she
Yeah, but
died.
Whitney was a
that's-
drug addict, and Whitney was a
but-
very prominent drug addict.
But there's
Yeah.
a
Why do we want to keep sitting here and pushing drug addicts, but we're not going to push everybody else?
And I'm not knocking her.
Because
She was
drugs is
extremely
huge in the
no, of
entertainment
course, and
business.
so is sexual assault.
I'm
But-
sorry. How
So
many,
is sexual
how many
assault.
Spanish and black?
Hold on.
How many Spanish and black uncles got reported?
Would
how
be
many?
reported for what?
How many black and Spanish uncles do you know have been reported for doing anything to anybody's family members?
Well, I don't have them in my family. So.
Well, not in your family, but I just mean in general.
Yeah, there's families that they just sweep it under the rug. and they
Exactly.
hand it to them, which is not right. But that's
But
that's
the
not
second
celebrity-
you got
that's
a
not
drug addict in the
entertainment.
family, that's the biggest person everybody wants to put on blast.
Yes, it is. I mean, I've seen families do that, and I've seen families actually help that person out to the fullest.
Oh
But-
no,
But
definitely.
looking at just the
Sorry, guys.
entertainment world, because- yeah,
I missed everything.
just looking at the entertainment world, you can't compare a drug addict with a freaking rapist or like a pedophile.
You
I'm
definitely
gonna use
can't.
pedophile.
No, I'm
Yeah.
Because a
you definitely
pedophile
can't.
damaged multiple people and children and people.
But it
underage.
wasn't proven.
No, but I'm saying.
But do you still think that's true?
That's
I
why a
don't know.
pedophile is canceled faster than someone on drugs. Because drugs is a norm for rich people.
Yeah,
It's a norm in the entertainment business.
yeah.
And then when they become
I'm-
addicts, like,
But
oh my God,
I
feel
don't think it's that I don't think we're trying to because there's no comparison. I get that, but what we're trying to say is most of those people that they do tributes have some sort of dark past.
Oh yeah.
She definitely has a really dark past. There was
They
times
all
where she
do.
came to
Every
award
single-
shows fucking high as fucking couldn't
Every
sing a lick.
artist has a dark
You know,
past.
they all had
I mean,
that
but
thing.
it's
Wait, who are we
now,
talking
look at
about?
Lawrence. He's
Yeah.
freaking with Song
Who we
Cocaine when
talking
he
about?
performed, and everybody
Yeah.
knows he was.
Who are we talking about?
No,
Oh, like
Oh my
Whitney
bad. We're
Houston as
talking
well.
about Whitney versus Chris.
like we're saying what not
Yeah,
not
but
Chris. What we're saying is like, she's saying maybe they possibly pulled the performance because it had to do with Michael Jackson. And then
well, yeah, I said that. Yeah, yeah.
what our point was, well, they did tributes for Elvis Presley. They did tributes for Whitney Houston. Who
And
was
But they
hold
the
were
on,
drug
I'm sorry,
addicts.
but
who was
Elvis
the
But they
drug
were
Presley,
drug
addict?
addicts.
Elvis Presley was not a drug addict. Elvis Presley was a pedophile. He married a 16-year-old before her parents knew,
But that
and
was
then
normal back
it.
then.
But that
No,
was
I
normal
don't
back
care.
No, it
then.
It
was.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
No, I'm
But
saying
that's
you
still
can't
not considered that's
yes,
still not
you
considered a
can.
Y'all
No,
pedophile.
you
do it
can't.
all the time. Why
Now
I
who's
can't?
y'all? Not us Gen
Mm-mm.
Z.
But
The
that's
new
what I'm
generation
saying.
are the ones. But what I'm saying is, back in the day, that was
Yeah,
normal.
that was
Right
normal.
now, we saying that's wrong. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
pedophilia. You know what I mean? But back in
We're
the
still
day,
finding out
that's
to the.
normal.
We're still finding out to this day how many people in corporate America, like
And in
billionaire
Hollywood.
corporate America and in Hollywood, have been touching on little
Of
kids.
course.
So are we really gonna sit
Of
here
course.
and say because Michael Jackson just so happened to be the one person out of the entire group
Who
who
hasn't
did
been
something,
proven? It's alleged.
it hasn't been
No,
proven,
no.
but did something that is that
No, there was a whole
detrimental
We're,
court.
that
we're
we're
not
What are you
still
saying
gonna
talking
that.
about?
support everybody else.
We're not
It's
saying
still
that.
alleged
I'm not
though.
saying
That's what
that.
I'm saying.
I
That's
think you
that's
just
what
keep
we're
comparing him
saying.
and Whitney. That's two
You
different.
can't compare them. They're two different situations.
Listen, I
You
said,
got
what the hell happened to Max? What's her name? Maxwell? Why is it so quiet all of a sudden?
Maxwell,
okay.
What's
All
her
right.
name?
So
With
you know who
Weinstein,
you could
that
compare
raped all
him?
those young girls and had an
Harry.
island.
Oh,
The
Maxwell,
woman. What's the woman's name?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I know
Kelly.
The
exactly who
woman
you're
that
talking
worked with
about.
him. All
I
of a
know
sudden,
exactly
Epstein, the
no, no,
the,
girl.
the girl for Epstein.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah.
The woman that worked with Epstein. Yes.
Yes,
All of a sudden, it's quiet, right?
because
Nobody talks about it.
I'm sorry,
She
but
got paid off. But
for some people, the right bag does that silence real well.
what I'm trying
The
to say
right
is what
bag.
you could compare Michael Jackson to is if they're trying to pay a tribute to R. Kelly.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
No.
If that's
They'll
a
never
man
pay a tribute
who
to R. Kelly
That's
because
no,
not
he
even
no,
actually
that doesn't
he
even make
admitted
what
to
sense.
I'm
going
trying to
right
say,
out and then
It
trying
doesn't
to
even
defend
make
him.
sense. It's not even fucking close.
listen, but you're not listening. It's making sense. I'm talking about the
What, it
situation,
has to do with
not
sex
because
and young people.
hello,
All right,
R.
but
That's
Kelly,
that's
not the same
it.
thing.
but you're not,
It's not the
It's
same
not the
you're
thing.
same
not.
thing.
No, what
Michael
I'm
and R.
trying to
Kelly are
say
not the
is
same thing.
when I'm not saying that they're same thing, but I'm saying that you can compare that situation a little bit better than you trying to compare Michael with Whitney Houston. Because Whitney Houston was just a drug addict. Whitney Houston didn't do it. I mean, she was a legend. No one can sing like her.
But so was
You get what I'm saying?
Michael.
Michael's
And
a
But
he
that's what I'm
legend to
saying
and
this
is,
he's
but
not owed
day.
a
there.
tribute because of something that allegedly happened.
That
That's
was
what we're
never
saying.
proven.
I'm
That's
just
why we
saying,
brought the two names up because they're both
yeah.
legends. They both set precedents in the R&B and that's what we're getting at. You guys are looking at it like really technically. We're not talking about technically. What we're saying is
This
he
person had a
has made
problem.
such an
This
effect
person had a problem, but they both
even through
exactly.
his adversities that he still deserves a tribute. And there's people that have been through adversities, right? A sin is a sin, right?
Regardless of how you do it,
A sin is a sin.
Yeah, I agree. But that's what I'm saying.
So
Like, I'm trying to open up the
if we
conversation
canceling one, we gotta
of,
cancel another too. Or let's
but
not cancel anything
that's the
because
way we
nobody's
think.
perfect.
That's the way we think. But corporate America or white America is not going to think that way. You get what I'm saying? Like for me, I love Michael Jackson. My kids know about Michael Jackson. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? There's nothing in this world that's going to stop me from hearing Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Just the same thing as like you said the other day, there was an R. Kelly song, even though we're not supposed to listen
there's
to
an R.
him,
Kelly
R.
song
you
that
Kelly.
see,
came out,
you get what I'm saying?
Leg Shake, that came back out on TikTok not even a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
and the man's been in freaking jail for more than a year.
Yeah.
And everybody's,
But
can I tell you? Like, I
what I
was
was
even
trying to,
bumping the song at one point in time and was like, wait a minute. Like,
yeah, what I
how?
was trying to compare,
Like,
what
it
I was trying to
doesn't.
compare is that people may be saying, right, that they canceled out Chris. But how about if they did? How about, right?
They
Scenario,
can't.
like a
That's the
scenario.
problem. Hold on. I have to stop you. They can't cancel Chris. That's where the issue is coming. They can't cancel Chris, so they're trying to stop certain things that is happening for him. You
I
can't
believe
cancel
that.
Chris Brown
I
because
believe
Chris
that.
Brown is
You
gonna
can.
always be Chris Brown, regardless of what you think.
He just went.
Millennials,
His song went
millennials
viral
is the
again.
majority already. Thank you. Millennials are
Talking
the
about the
majority right now.
person.
So you really cannot cancel somebody
That's my
we
song.
legitimately grew up with. Like Chris
Yeah.
Brown is a millennial. And he hits every single one of our spots in different ways. There's no way you can cancel him. So all
But
you're
that's
gonna
what
do
I'm
is keep
trying to
trying to
say.
quote unquote stop the movement.
They're trying to stop the movement with which they
All
can't.
you
And
all you
that's
did
why
was give
But
Kelly,
he's not.
all you
But
and
did was
that's
give
why
but
him more
guess what?
Kelly,
clickbait
He's
online.
not the only. He's not the only one they're doing it to. They're doing it to everybody else.
they are
They're
Because
doing
they're
doing
it
it
to
trying
to
to
people.
cancel
anybody.
everybody.
Anybody. Yeah, exactly.
Anybody that had an issue, they're trying to get
Cancel
rid of
cancel
them.
culture that everybody's being all hyped for is just setting us up to separate everybody in the world. That's
But that's
exactly what it's doing right now. They're like,
and that
oh,
I'm
they're like,
sorry.
they're like, we don't even have to make concentration
Ready
camps.
Player
They're doing it themselves.
Ready Player One is starting to replay in my head in real life
but
because that's
that's the
what it's fucking
thing
with right
though. That's the thing that government has been trying to do for years
They've been
with
trying to
different
figure out how to do
situations.
it, and we created a way for to do it without them
now.
doing
Without them
anything
doing
and
anything,
getting
just
their
sitting back
fucking
and
hands
watching us.
dirty. You're
Just sitting
crazy.
back and watching
Yeah,
everything we're doing.
yeah.
Um,
It's kind of sad,
was
you
there
know.
anything else that anybody wanted to go over? Because we almost
Oh, we went over time.
we almost there.
Oh,
Was there any other
Nah,
topics?
I just wanted to say that I want to thank everyone for. Let me stop.
yo, Vicky's retarded.
Listen, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, guys. Let's close this out with things that you're thankful and grateful for.
I'm thankful for Florida's weather and wild animals.
Okay, how about you, T? What are
First
you
of all, this
thankful
is to
for?
your first one.
Thankful for my family and alcohol. Let's continue. Thankful for my job. I could go on. Thankful for my puppies.
Listen, I'm thankful for waking up, regardless of the fact
That one.
I've watched a lot of people lose a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I've been very selfish in a lot of the things that I've been doing lately because I don't want to lose a person.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm thankful that not only me, I'm thankful that everybody I've known so far has been able to continuously wake up every morning
Amen.
and just
To
be
that one.
around. It doesn't even matter if I talk or don't talk to you or if I'm constantly in your face or not. If I can hit you up and be like, hey, and I get a reply back, I'm thankful for that.
You know, I don't know about you today. You really with these deep thoughts.
Guys,
it's
no,
good.
I
It's good.
really-
It's not bad. It's good.
No, 'cause
Yo, let me.
tell you, I've really been like I've been on a whole different I've been on a lot of whole different things, but like lately I've hit like the side of spiritual talk where I've actually made friends
Mhm.
and like a lot of things we talk about enlighten me into a lot of different things that I've already thought about
Mhm.
but never really put emotion or like a
Behind it,
exact
behind
or
that
like an
thought.
actual an actual like feeling behind the thought. So now I'm starting to sit here and really okay, this is what I'm feeling because this happened. So if I can maneuver this to happen this way, maybe I'll feel like this instead. Like it's giving me different ways. It's literally giving me different ways to feel. And I like it.
Mhm.
I, yeah, we got to be thankful. I was sad this past week because of the Green Ranger. Like,
Not
I
for
legit,
nothing.
I legit,
Jason,
Oh yeah.
Jason,
I
R.I.P.
legit, Jason, Frank, Tommy, Oliver, like, and what the reason why I was so sad is because it's kind of like when Robin Williams died, right? When
Yeah.
he offed himself. It's like you don't know what people suffer, right, when it comes to mental health. And like T said, she's grateful that she even wakes up today. I'm grateful that I got to wake up today, no matter all the stresses that life has put me through. I'm fucking grateful that I get to wake up. I see my kids and see people that I care for. You know what I mean? But it takes a lot to get to that point where you I saw something that his daughter wrote, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving. You know, tomorrow is a time to be thankful. And I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how people could do that. Like I know it's hard. Believe me, I understand. It's just sad. It's a sad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just thankful to be alive. Thankful I got my babies.
Mm-hmm.
Thankful I know you crazy ladies. And listen, that's it for me.
Mine's a little different. Um, damn. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to make Claudia cry. I don't want to make nobody cry, and I don't want to cry myself.
Oh,
But
what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for happy memories.
You know,
Fuck you.
You know,
bitches, man.
And the
Real
reason
shit.
why is because in the dark times, those memories create just enough light for you to keep on going.
mhm.
I'm sitting here talking about Texas for Florida's weather, and man, you like, yeah, like, come on, man.
No.
It's like
Hey, no.
poetry.
Stop. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what you're going through in your life, that's what you're thankful for.
Yeah.
Because you've been thankful for everything else already.
Yeah.
So this year, you're thankful for the fact that you don't got to go through the bullshit ass, bipolar bitch ass New York City weather we going through right now. Where 1 second it feels like we about to hit motherfucking April,
Yeah.
and then the next second it's like January. Are you here?
January,
You here. January, you right
Yeah.
here? You right
Oh
here.
wait, look,
baby.
it's June. June came out.
June
Yo,
pulled
bro.
up in
heard.
November, real lovely,
I heard about it.
and then January hit us
yeah.
right afterwards.
It's the
Yeah.
dog being knocked out.
I know, right?
Yo,
I'm
it's
trying
the
to figure out what's that
puppies.
pink thing.
I know he's so cute.
It's
Yeah,
the
but that was
puppies.
good. That sounded like poetry.
Ellie, yeah, that was poetry, Ellie.
I didn't finish, but I don't want to because I'm
Go finish.
No.
You gotta finish.
So no. So
Okay.
but yeah, but I'm also thankful for everybody that tuned in today, and
Respectfully.
I know it was a mess because it wouldn't be Girls Gone Wine if we weren't just a little bit messy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But we appreciate you guys for tuning in, and hopefully we can all get our shit together to coincide enough where we can be stable enough to come back.
We will come back.
Yeah.
We will. We just have to make sure everything is good so we could be on time and we can set
can.
everything up correctly.
Exactly.
So no
Exactly.
more
Yeah.
like, technical issues or anything like
Yeah.
that. We'll be on point.
It was fun.
Yes,
It was fun being on the other side today.
Yeah,
I
you see
feel
what I go
like
through?
One of those COVID people on the shows, like TV shows.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm dead. All right,
Those
guys.
fun
Well,
moments.
thank you guys
Be
for tuning
careful.
in.
Be careful going down the stairs. Anybody, and then just be careful.
I know she said that too, because I've been the only one. I've had multiple. You
Yo.
had your one cup. Ellie didn't touch
She
hers.
has no
I had, like,
idea.
5
She's
different
taking.
cups.
I'm so happy that you're taking that. We're gonna sign off. We love you guys.
Love
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Love
Thanksgiving,
ya.
everyone.
Bye.
Falling down.